So our neighbours, Eddie and Sue, have taken pity on us again. It's freezing outside, so they've not much warmer on the inside, so they brought us tea and a coffee, so that's very nice of them.
Even though we've been disturbing the peace, cutting this bad boy.
Yeah, on the stern. And now we're going to...
Test fit.
Moment of truth.
Yeah. Are we turning the camera off for this bit, or are we?
No,
are we
let's do it.
Because we genuinely haven't done a dry run, have we? We don't know if this is going to work.
This is it.
Hey, I like that wall.
Wall number one. Dun, dun, dun.
Here goes.
Oh, hang on, let's put wall number one on its side.
You're more confident than I am, aren't you?
Well, I wasn't. Yeah. I think
Surprise.
This will need a touch of refinement. There's no doubt, because we've drawn the outline of this was based upon a polystyrene thingy. So this line, whilst it looks wavy, is not my cutting. That is the line of the foam that we scribed. So, ow!
Oh gosh! Not another splinter.
Sharp edge. Right.
The one thing I do know where it is at the moment on the boat is the first aid kit. It's always as well.
It's never far away.
When working with you. Oh, is it a bit short? It's a bit short. I know, but is it a bit? It's a bit. Shall I kick it?
No, don't kick it. I'd rubber mallet it, but we don't have a rubber mallet, so I'm going to tease it.
Tease it. Ooh.
Into position.
Do you think it's going to go?
I think so.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it moving, yeah?
Yeah. Ooh.
So?
Next one might do it.
Yeah. But the good thing is...
The good thing is that is a really good fit. Like up here.
Yeah, we're going to wrap some paintwork, but...
Cleverer than we thought. Well, you did most of it, didn't you? But
No, too much.
oops. That is looking... We've nearly put a wall up. Us two, honestly, who'd have thought?
Right.
Say something interesting.
Not a chance.
Anyway, just
Why
before you do, check out our new lights. Well, I say new lights. Temporarily rigged up.
Smart, aren't we?
Yep, really nice. Oh yes, festooned. Yeah, that went well. and this bad boy, our bathroom light. Anyway.
Oh, yes. Qualified electrician now. Right, so we're just going to show you what the plan is for the kitchen. Oh, God's sake. Doris does filming. Right. This is Josh. So we've got a wall here.
It just reminds me of that thing on We're the Millers, where they're guessing the, what do you call it?
Oh, yeah.
Like Pictionary.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, you have to watch it because we're not explaining that on film. So what goes here, dear? What's going in
What
here?
is it? Is that's polystyrene one?
Yeah.
That is going to be 1,000 unit.
Okay.
Followed by a 400 unit. What are you doing this to scale?
Oh, like a boss.
Followed by a little curved end unit, which is about 30-ish.
Okay.
Followed by a radiator. If you want to mark the radiator on, I don't know if that's important in your little
There we go.
plan.
Radiator. No, and on the other side, got a wall in about the same position, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're having a gap, aren't we?
A gap.
Which we think's about 150-ish, don't we?
No?
No, more?
Oh, 150.
250?
Oh, Yes. We think sort of two. Yeah, we think about 250ish.
And then
We're going to keep our trays in there. I'm very excited about that.
tray gap. There you go, tray gap.
Well, they live under the bed at the minute, and it's a bit.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot easier anyway.
Next.
Yep. Next is 600 drawers.
Okay. That's denoting drawers.
1,000 unit, which is going to have the sink in.
So it's going to have sink. We're debating, aren't we, sinks, whether it has a drainer or not. I shall draw a small drainer on for the purpose of that, yeah.
And then oven.
Oven.
We'll add the oven next to the sink.
Yeah, don't see why not.
Okay. Fridge. The end. Slight gap.
There is a slight gap, isn't there? So we've got our gas pipes coming in here, so we've got a slight gap. Bulkhead of the boat. And then we've got our door sort of coming in here, haven't we? Like that. And then back.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Elliot does thinking. Just so you can see what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, so bathroom, so we've got our hatch here, sort of.
Oh, I've got a good idea.
Ooh. So. Okay, so that's our hatch.
That looks like a bikini.
We've got, I've got a radiator under there. And then we've got our bathroom.
I don't think you should have drawn a radiator under it.
Why? I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Unless it's glasses. It could be glasses and a moustache. Cut.
Oh, I see. Right, and then we've got our shower coming out here, haven't we? And then we're not sure what to do on shower cubicle, whether to go for a sort of quadrant or a square, or even go slightly deeper with a rectangle. Either way.
We haven't got masses of room to play with now the hole's been cut for the inspection hatch, have we?
No. And then we're going to have our sink sort of in that area. Talk about the sink at another point.
Yeah, wall hung.
Yeah. Water pumps going in here. And then the only thing, just in case you think we've gone mad, we are in fact missing the toilet, which we're either going to have in this sort of area here, or we might tuck it away in there in some form. So anyway, one or the other. So that's completely side on, isn't it, dear? So that's the plan.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't. Well, it's the view from the stern I thought would do.
Is it?
Yeah.
Digi-eye.
Yeah. So you just walk in and you can see, you get better perspective, don't you? So my idea was to draw the old layout underneath.
Oh, we could do that actually. It'd be interesting to do that on tracing paper or something, wouldn't it? And just flick. So the old layout. No, she's looking at me going, just draw the damn layout, will you?
I'll look on this side. I'll stand here.
Okay.
Since you don't like my filming.
Your filming's amazing. Right. So you're going to have to think about this now, actually. Oh, this is interesting. Because we've lived with the thought of the new layout.
Maybe we should have rehearsed this bit then. Not rehearsed, but...
What did we have? We had a wall.
Yeah, the wall. And then into a door into the bathroom, didn't we? Which was about opposite the hatch.
There. A door.
Then you just walk right down this side. There was nothing on this side.
No, where do you think? I reckon the bathroom probably came to about there then, didn't it? Scale wise. There was a washing machine in here.
And that was a 600.
The toilet sat there, didn't it?
Yeah.
There was a sink, tiny
Yeah.
sink, here.
And then the shower.
Yeah, I think that was sort of, that
Looks
was
like a
about it, wasn't it?
pineapple.
And then on this side we had an oven. So the oven came out here, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Which stopped me opening the cupboard door because the cupboard went right up to the thing, didn't it?
It didn't, and it was just
There was
straight
like
in
a-
the cupboards. Whoops.
Straightish.
There.
Yep.
It
It didn't have that feature
was a gap.
bow on the front.
Fridge freezer, which was tall, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Next to the fridge freezer, there was a unit, wasn't there? That was it, wasn't it?
Well,
And then we had
yeah,
our
that
door.
was sort of as two cupboards here.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what we've done, it's genius. This absolutely
It
genius.
is genius. It's a genius idea, this, isn't it?
So what we've
Whose
done.
genius idea was it?
We'll say it's yours, but maybe I'll take a little bit of credit for. So.
Just because you.
Oh, ouch! Harsh. Wowzers, harsh.
So yeah, that's
So within the same space, we've got all of this extra kitchen-y type stuff, and we have reduced the bathroom in doing that so that we can see the sort of line really. Old bathroom to, that's probably about right actually, isn't it? Maybe, yeah. So we've just basically moved the bathroom line in, but reconfigured and hopefully made that. Because what we've utilised thinking about it is this hallway, haven't we? What we had before was a compartment, and that hallway was just walkway.
yeah.
Whereas now we've sort of got it, you know, it is walkway, but it's all sort of usable sort of space, I think. And then the same with the galley.
And I think
That was a walkway, wasn't it?
yeah.
And you couldn't really use that. No.
It felt cramped before. The kitchen felt cramped and the bathroom felt cramped. And I don't think the kitchen, from the feel of it, I know the units aren't in yet, but the kitchen I don't think is going to feel cramped. The bathroom might a touch, but we're not spending time in there, are we?
No.
But I think we've gained. It's just going to feel so much nicer, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's probably worth noting, isn't it, that this, you know, old shower leaked. So all of this floor back here was just rotten to shreds. And then this is where were we? Episode, what will he have been? 30, 40, early 40s, maybe 42, 43, something in that sort of order. I started ripping out or cutting out the floor in this corner, didn't I, to see, and this was all just drenched under here. There was just water,
Yeah.
and you'd rock the boat from side to side and you could see the water sort of sloshing around. And so eventually we got round, so we had to rip the floor out here, because I put my foot through it, didn't I? One day I stood on the floor here, and that was that. And then we've had to do the floor here, and all of this was pretty manky, so we've sort of been semi-forced into doing this, but it's going to be a positive thing.
Yeah, there was no point taking everything out and putting it back where it was, because that washer was just a very bulky shelf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was worth it.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Right, I'm going to get some plumbing done.
And I'm painting.
It's right now.
having a bit of a tidy up, and look what I found stashed away at the back of here with wine in front of it, trying to disguise it. So what have you got to say for yourself?
It's taking you ages to find it.
That's because we're just surrounded by rubbish at the moment.
Which in about 350 square feet is quite a good go, I think.
Yeah. So we're trying to create some space.
And the carpet's stained.
Right. I don't think it is.
It is. My carpet's stained.
Where do you think you're going to put it?
For now.
What if I just started bringing in useless...
It's not useless. It's brand new carpet, look.
Yes, it's a strip of brand new carpet that is not going down on this boat.
Why not? Why would they not put that there?
Where?
On the floor.
Because we're going to have a new floor.
Yeah, we put that over the new
No,
floor.
we don't. We put nice rugs on the new floor.
Well, we'll see.
Yes, we will.
Don't tell Sue, but I've been busy this morning. Oh yes. We have a floor. Well, sort of. Got a floor and skirting board combined system here. I'm gonna... Sounded like Tommy from Peaky Blinders again, didn't I? So I'm gonna patent this bad boy. Oh yes. But yeah, I don't know, what do you think? Goes quite well, I think.
Somebody's having fun with the sealant gun today. I'm not sure what he's drawn.
Neither am I, but hopefully whatever it is sticky.
You can try icing a cake next. How do you know how much to put on?
No idea.
To put it on the board as well as the wool?
Yeah. I mean, that looks... Well, I don't know how that looks, actually.
It looks really nice.
Right, let's do the board.
You've done a very, very good job.
Tar.
Don't think we can film the board going in because we need
Both hands.
2 pairs of hands for this, don't we?
Definitely.
Be right back. Look, he's all worn out with his efforts. He's having to have a little sit down in the shower. He tells me that he's doing something really important. Is that right?
I am. I'm holding the board in at the bottom while the adhesive sticks. Look, my left hand, if I let go, and the board moves.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just trying to hold it together.
Do you need a coffee while you're doing that?
I haven't got any water.
I can go and get some then. All right, we have got some bottled. Put some bottled water in. Looks like you might be there a while, that's all.
Yeah. It's slippy. Yeah, I think we're okay though, aren't we, really?
Well, yeah, it's fitted, so it's gone better than...
We've got one clamp, so we've got one of these.
Oh, look, his little baby one.
I'll tell you what, it's got some power though, look at that.
Does it want to go... Oh, hang on, I was just... Oh no, I'm going to get told off for my videoing now. Don't tell him how bad that was.
Right, you have no idea how to edit, so I'm going to see it all.
Oh yeah.
There you see. These little...
Could do with a few of those little things then.
Yeah, I mean they don't look like much, but they're
very clampy. Very clampy.
very clampy. Very clampy. Sweet.
Happy?
Wow.
So far so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Anyway,
Look,
while
so-
we're here, just
Oh,
show
pretty
you.
things.
No, look, ingenious idea, or I thought it was ingenious. See these little things?
50% of the population will know what they are. The other 50%.
Well, I don't know.
won't.
Could you identify it from that? Can you identify what that's from?
Answers on a postcard. Comments. Post up.
I don't know. They're not. They are all a bit different. This one might give the game away a little bit more. See. Anyway, I had this idea. I can't get in.
You're filming. I can see what you're looking at.
Yeah, well, it was a little bit wonky. It's authentic. So, to stop the wine glasses falling off, I chopped up these little things and inserted them into the holes. Shall I say what they are?
No, let people guess. What doors?
Pardon? Well, I can't see you right. The sun's right.
Camera and
What?
brush time.
Hello?
Hello.
The sun's so low.
The sun is so low. Right, super lucky boys and girls today. Our very kind neighbour Steve got chatting earlier about fenders. It's what you do when you're a boater. Just talk about things like fenders. And the button fender that we've got at the front of Narrowboat Josh is just rubbish. I shall show you. So it's knackered, it's old, it's worn, it's droopy and saggy, and it no longer protects the bow of Josh. So when he goes into a lock, we end up bumping his nose, as you can see, which is not ideal. So Steve knows a guy who makes fenders and welds on site. So he said, do you fancy, do you want me to give him a call and just get you a price so you know what you're working with? And we said, yes please. 10 minutes later, Steve's knocking on the boat saying, do you want the work doing? So we're like, yes please. We got there is Steve now. Let's give him a wave. So that's very kind, Steve. So yeah, do you want the work doing, and do you fancy it doing today? This is just like unheard of. You just don't get people working on boats like that. If you want something doing on your boat, you have to ask somebody, and then it takes absolutely ages to get somebody down. Yeah, so the guy's coming. He's coming now to fit a fender to the front of the boat and weld some new chains on. So yeah, astonishing. Really pleased with that. So hopefully what we're going to end up with is something very similar to what Steve's got here on his very pretty boat. So you can see that the ends of his fender, the sides of his fender if you will, here sort of mean that the fender sort of sits around the bow, whereas on ours there's a tendency for the fender to sort of flop either side or be pushed either side of the bow. So we're going to go for this detail here, and we're going to go for this sacrificial piece of rope here, which protects the button, the fender itself. So when you go into a lock, you're pressing against this, and then apparently this guy can come and redo that over time. So if you wear this sacrificial piece out, you're not destroying the main bit of the defender or wearing that out. So that's the result. And the reason we need welding, as you can see here on Steve's boat, he's got a fixing here, and he's got another one under here for the chains. And on Narrowboat Josh, we don't have the fittings underneath to fit to, and the chains fitted high up here, so that's, you can see actually it just wears away at the hull of the boat. So I suspect when he comes he's going to suggest that he welds like that. Anyway, guy seems to know what he's doing apparently, so we'll just go with his recommendation. No, you give her bits. Give her lumps like this.
It's like when the swans tap on the side when they want the breakfast. Would that be really dry for her?
She'll go for a drink when she wants one. Oops.
Oh no!
You just dropped in?
I dropped the clip it in that was... Oh, I can see it under the thing.
Can you get the clip it please, Lucy?
It's just here.
Hello YouTube. I hope she put her knickers away.
Hopefully this is good viewing for you all. Wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you, was it?
Elliot and Sue. Over now. This is great YouTube viewing. Actual fire. Watching you fight with the bow. Wicked.
If I turn the stick upside down.